In the world of quick fixes and instant gratification, it's so easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But trust me, adopting a long-term mindset, man, it's the key to, ooh, I'm just gonna say, like, it's the secret sauce. Okay, say what? Yes, it is the secret sauce to reaching those dreams that seem to be out of reach. Now, if you've ever wondered, like, how do the big achievers, how do they stay committed, or how do you handle setbacks when you're going along the way without losing that spark? Well, if you have those type of questions, I want to encourage you to stick around because we're about to unravel those mysteries. First up to bat, number one thing that helps you embrace that long-term mindset, that is, you need to set clear long-term goals. That is setting crystal clear, meaningful goals that extend beyond immediate gratification, that span personal, professional, and educational areas of your life, right? Then outline the steps. Okay, after you outline the steps and the milestones needed to achieve that goal, I then want you to get into the objectives that would have to happen over an extended period of time. And then I want you to focus on developing the habits is going to undergird those objectives, right? Now, it will feel like, short term because every day I'm just focusing on my daily habits. Daily habits, daily means it's short term. That's how you would think. But no, truly, truly, when you realize that these short term habits are feeding into an overall objective, and then this objective helps me hit a milestone, you start realizing, like, especially once you hit that first milestone, you're like, ooh, I just hit a milestone. Hold on. I just hit a milestone. And once you hit that first milestone, you're like, your reward sensors are sparking, right? And so it sparks something in you differently. And also, by simply knowing that it contributes to something meaningful. Notice I said set crystal clear, meaningful goals. When you know that it's meaningful, it's like a subtle change that happens over time because it's something meaningful there. So you got the drastic changes happening every day because you're just focusing on every day. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. But then there is this subtle thing that's happening because there's meaning attached to the goal. Now, I can say more about that, but I just want you to remember that your dreams are the destination. Okay? Your dreams are the destination, and every milestone you reach is a victory. Okay? When you start feeling victorious along the way, listen, if you I'm gonna keep it going because I could unravel step number one in so many different ways. I want to keep it moving. Y'all ready to keep it moving? Let me hear you say, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Why do I play too much? What's wrong with me? Why would I even want to play that beat right here in the middle of the video? Because step number two is important. It is to embrace consistency over intensity. Now, let's talk about the magic of intensity. It's not about exhausting yourself in a sprint, right? It's about the joy of a steady marathon. Embrace consistency over intensity. That's how you develop this long-term mentality. What are you talking about, Shy? Well, have you ever heard the term go hard or go home? Listen, what I'm trying to say is you don't want to go so hard that you have to go home, right? You go so hard that you go out there and exhaust yourself. You go out there and break something, and they got to send you on to the house. That's not what we're talking about. I want you to embrace pace. So that's right there. We already in this soft life season. But listen, let's be into this long-term mindset where I am embracing pace. Say that after me. I embrace pace. Embrace consistency over intensity. Number three, you need to learn from your setbacks. Okay? Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, but setbacks are the stepping stones to your growth, right? We all know that. We know that. Stepping stones to my growth and all that kind of stuff. But in the midst of it, in the moment, it's so easy to be overcome by what you would consider a setback and confuse it for a failure. Right? So if you want to have a long-term mentality, you don't even see failure, right? You don't even see it as that. You're just like, I'm just moving. I'm moving. My long-term mentality tells me that I'm going to experience setbacks along the way. It doesn't mean I failed. No, I just experienced a setback. I'm still moving. I'm still moving. And as long as I keep moving, I am going to get somewhere. Okay? Now, I actually want to show a quick clip about that because, yeah, this right here is going to help you understand what I mean. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit of a quick story about me. Let's head over here to, I want to show you this video. Let's get it pulled up. Un momento, por favor.
This season is a failure.
Oh my God. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay. Do you get the promotion every year in your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide a house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. I'm answering your question. Yes or no? Okay, exactly. So why are you asking that question? It's a wrong question.
Ooh. He said, "Why are you asking me the question? That's the wrong question. Ask me something. Ask me how I feel about this setback or something. But don't ask me if I see this as a failure. I don't even think like that. My mind is not set up and wired that way." I said I was going to tell you a quick story about me personally. So I experienced a setback. Now, since I first launched out as an artist and entrepreneur, all of that, I actually have had events attached to my artistry. So when I first came out, I had an EP release concert. After that, I had a big single and I had a video release concert and I made it an entire experience. And then after that, I had another video came out, but it was all about relationships. And so I started the opportunity to create a conversation. I wanted to have a in-person conversation, a panel for people to talk about relationships, where we are at the time. People came in attendance. I had it at a movie theater, an independent film. I mean, I've always put events alongside of my artistry. Well, fast forward to like 2020, 2019, I started having this idea, this thought came to my mind, civics, right? And civilized, right? Flashed in. And I had a civilized event. It was a drive-in concert and conversation. It was a way for people to stay social distance, right? And not only was it a way for people to stay social distance, but it was a way for them to still come together. You can kind of pull up in your car. We had the radio dial in. They can hear the concert was happening. The conversation was happening. It was a really cool experience. Somebody believed in it and says, hey, let's make it even bigger. Let's make it a full day event. Let's make it a festival. We turned it into a festival. After we turned it into a festival, we did it. That was almost like a 100x increase from the year before. And then we were like, okay, well, let's do it again. This year we're going to go 10x again. And I made a decision as like an owner of the business to kind of take it a certain direction. And I would say, if you look at it, it looks like it's a failure because we didn't necessarily have the event again this year. So, but I'm not seeing it as a failure. I see it as a setback. And I learned so much this year. I think I learned more this year not having it than I did if I had had it. So this is what I mean when I say you embrace a long-term mindset. Long-term, this will be 1 year in the drop of the bucket of all the events I'll ever have done in the grand scheme of success, right? So every stumble teaches you something valuable. A setback isn't the end. That's the thing. A setback is not the end. It's a chance for you to rewrite your story. Now, people who have long-term mindsets understand that I accomplished goals along the way and I learned something valuable. And most importantly, in the grand scheme of things, these setbacks will only be a drop in the bucket. They're going to be minuscule to the success that I'll achieve if I keep on going. Now, wait. There is more. There is more. I want to talk about this mindset that I'm talking about, long term thinking. It almost sounds like a victorious mindset. And I talk quite a lot about that in the music that I create and especially in the community that I'm curating. It's a Patreon community. Shout out to Patreon. The Patreon community is the people group who makes this particular anything that I'm doing here online go around. So shout out to them. And if you join the community, you can actually get more about this later. I'm gonna keep it moving, but listen, friends, teammates, as I wrap this up, here I want you to embrace these these transformative ways to embrace a long-term mindset. On your journey, embrace these three transformative ways to embrace a long-term mindset. Remember that success isn't always a destination, it is the entire journey. Okay, so if you're as pumped as I am about this mindset shift, I need you to go ahead and smash that like button. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you will never miss a dose of inspiration just like this. And most importantly, share in the comments how you're going to apply these tips in your life. And until next time, I want you to keep chasing your dreams with the power of a long-term mindset. And listen, I plan on catching you on the flip side. So, my fellow adventurer, fellow thinker, fellow dream chaser that you are, to even click on a video like this, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.